Welcome to Part 71 of my report on the McCarrick Report by Patrick Parson. We continue Chapter 22 of the McCarrick Report, titled Holy See Decision-Making and McCarrick's Activity Following Pope Benedict XVI's Trip to the United States, and Prefect Ray's June 14, 2008 letter to McCarrick, mid-2008 to early 2009. Now we see that Cardinal Ray has just asked Nuncio Sambi if he should repeat the indications he gave a year and a half earlier to McCarrick, the indications being for McCarrick to move out of the seminary and lead a reserved life of prayer. Cardinal Ray also wondered if Archbishop Wuerl should try to find a worthy home to offer McCarrick. And I regret to say I still do not know if an indication is a suggestion or directive or something else. On May 25, 2008, Archbishop Vigano wrote a second memorandum related to McCarrick, this one discussing the Richard Sipe website statement addressed to Pope Benedict XVI about the pattern of the sexual abuse crisis in the United States, which he hand-delivered to the Congregation for Bishops. Vigano's memo contained 4 major points. Point 1. The central thesis of the Sipe statement is that the sexual aberration is generated from the top down in the Church, from the sexual behaviors of superiors including bishops and cardinals. Point 2. Sipe gives 3 examples: Bishop Thomas Lyons and Abbot John Eidenschink, both deceased, and Cardinal Theodore E. McCarrick. Point 3. Sipe asserts to have evidence of his allegations and is willing to give it to the Holy Father. Sipe says a reporter knowledgeable about McCarrick's activities was unable to publish the complete story because, quote, priest reporters are afraid of reprisals, unquote. And point 4. The Personnel Office had already dealt with the McCarrick case after Archbishop Sambi said the memorandum of accusations against him had been forwarded to about 20 people, creating a fear the news will be made public. Archbishop Vigano then gave 6 observations in his memorandum. Observation 1. To the many scandals in the Church in the United States, it seems that another of particular gravity concerning a cardinal is about to be added. Observation 2. According to canon law, it is solely the right of the Roman pontiff himself to judge in the cases. Observation 3. If what is asserted is true, it would require an exemplary measure to soothe the scandal for the faithful who continue to love and believe in the Church. It might be healthy for the ecclesiastical authorities to intervene before the civil authorities, and before scandal erupted in the press. Observation 4. The report does not show a number 4 observation. I do not know if this is an oversight by Archbishop Vigano or by the producers of the McCarrick Report. Observation 5. The Internet Richard Sipe statement poses a challenge to the Holy Father after his repeated condemnation of sexual abuse by clergy. And observation 6. The case of Cardinal McCarrick, as has been said, is within the sole competence of the Roman Pontiff who could possibly entrust the promoter of justice of the Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith with commencing an investigative process as soon as possible. We see that at least one member of the church hierarchy is concerned enough about what McCarrick may have done that he is trying to get church wheels of justice rolling. Since the congregations of bishops oversees the selection of new bishops, can it also recommend dismissal of one? How is the congregation of bishops going to react? Or will it react? Perhaps we will find that out in our next segment. But in the meantime, let us wonder how God will react to each one of us on the final day of judgment. One way of preparing for that faithful moment can be by praying the Fatima prayer. O my Jesus, forgive us our sins, save us from the fires of hell, and lead all souls to heaven, especially those most in need of thy mercy.